All right, this is going to be my immediate reaction to the Switch 2 presentation that we just got this morning. It was a great presentation. I give it a solid A, just an A. It would have gotten an A plus from me if they had shown off maybe one or two more exclusives, like big exclusives. But what they did show was really good. I felt like at times they were a little bit heavy on the third party. Like they were showing just a bunch of third party. And it's like third party games that all had been out already for like a couple years, like Street Fighter 6. There's that stupid WWE 2K, that garbage. Thankfully, they didn't really show anything of that. They didn't show anything of NBA 2K. Those are games that I don't care about, and they don't really deserve to be on a Nintendo presentation. So let me just start with what I did like. They opened up with Mario Kart World. So this is going to be a big, huge Mario Kart game. It's not just more players. It's not just bigger arenas or bigger maps. No, it's almost like a big world that you're driving in. If you're playing like the regular, if like you're just playing like the regular mode, like driving for like cups or whatever, Grand Prix or whatever, you're actually racing from course to course, from track to track. You can go off the rails and you can get to the other course any way you want. So that was really cool. Like they're putting a new spin on it, on how the racing is going to be. So that was epic. And then they showed an open world, like a free roam for it, where y'all can just freely drive all over the world. And I just think that's awesome. I love the fact that Nintendo is just doing this with all of their games and all of their IP. So it started with Zelda. They turned Zelda into an open world adventure game with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. And those were the highest selling Zelda games ever, and they're the most fun to play. They kind of did the same thing with Mario in a way, where they added the ability to throw the hat, and you could turn into your enemies, into the minions, take over their body, and they kind of made it like a sandbox open world game. They did the same thing with Kirby Forgotten Land. Well, that's not really an open world game. I don't know why I'm bringing that one up, but point is they're starting to do this open world stuff more, and I'm really liking that. That they need to continue with like either open world or just making their games bigger than they were before, like putting their games in a much larger scale, essentially. So let me see. There was the Mario Kart game. There was Daemon X Machina that looked really good. Daemon X Machina 2. I'm assuming that's going to be an exclusive. That one looks like it's going to be really good. Looks way better than the first one. First one looked good too, but this one it almost. I think some people are trying to say it looks like a Souls game, but it's Daemon X Machina, so I think that's pretty awesome. I wonder how big that's going to be as far as open world goes and whatnot. You also had a really surprising announcement from FromSoft. FromSoft, they're the ones known for Bloodborne, I believe. Yeah, Bloodborne. So they're actually making a game that is exclusive to the Nintendo Switch 2. That is kind of like Bloodborne, but it's called The Dusk Bloods. The Dusk Bloods. And that's another game that looks like I'll be picking up as well. I'm pretty much going to be picking up all of the exclusives for the most part. I'm not sure if there was an exclusive that they showed that I was like, nah, I'm not going to play that. Maybe there is. I think the Kirby Air Riders. Yeah, that one it doesn't look bad. I just don't know what that game was like originally, but it looks like it might be a fun game. And Masahiro Sakurai, the one who makes Smash Brothers, he's the director behind it, and I guess he was the one behind the original. So I'm gonna have to do more research, see what that game is all about, see if it's fun. And this might be a bigger and better version of the original, so it might be a game I pick up. Finally, when it comes to the exclusives that I'm excited for, Donkey Kong Bonanza. That is freaking awesome that they finally made a open world Donkey Kong game. It's been so long since we had like a 3D Donkey Kong game. That was Donkey Kong N64. This is going to be, this looks kind of like Super Mario Odyssey, but you're playing as Donkey Kong and you're just punching the crap out of everything, punching through walls, punching down into the ground, and then there's like just an underground world with lots of coins, bananas, whatever. And you're just punching villains, bad guys, punching everyone, smashing everything. That is what a Donkey Kong game should be. Like Donkey Kong he's supposed to be, he's almost like the Incredible Hulk, but he's a big gorilla with the tie. So Donkey Kong, he is my favorite Nintendo character. He's my favorite video game character of all time. So I'm very happy about this. That was, in my opinion, the best way to end the Direct. Best way to end the Nintendo Direct. So can't wait for that game. So besides those awesome heavy hitters and exclusives that they showed off, another exclusive they showed was it's a basketball game called Drag and Drive, and it's supposed to just be one of those like gimmicky type games where you take both the Joy-Cons, you use them as cursors, and so you use them. You're basically like on wheelchairs playing basketball. It's like a wheelchair basketball game. I don't know if that's a game worth playing at all. I mean, it looks like it could be fun for a little bit, but I could see that being like kind of like Arms or whatever. Maybe not as fun as Arms. It just looks like one of those gimmicky games, and I wonder what price that's going to be when it comes out. But I think that was the only other exclusive I could think of right now that I can remember. So not too excited for that. Didn't really care too much, but everything else was pretty good. They did show some really cool third party games. Usually I typically care more about the exclusives, but they showed a lot of good third party, like the Hitman game, the 007 announcement, 007 game coming to Switch, and that would be so awesome if that game is also exclusive to the Switch too. We'll see. I kind of wish Nintendo would do that because, GoldenEye back in the day was like one of the most popular titles on N64. So why not try to, make a 007 game exclusive, There was even the GoldenEye on the Nintendo Wii, which was super awesome. I think eventually it went to the other consoles, but I think Nintendo should kind of do that a little bit more often with 007 franchise. All right, so yeah, good third party. Another great announcement was the GameCube coming to Nintendo Switch Online, and the 3 games